Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Wednesday, January the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and I share my screen all day long, though we've had some screen sharing difficulties. I do apologize. Hopefully, we'll get this rectified sometime today. I'm going to be talking with Novia, see if we can get this all straightened out for tomorrow. I do get live on the mic between 9 a.m. and up to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, well, let's get right into it. Evoke. Actually, it's been a really good day, by the way. Holly performed very well at the very beginning, and some really nice trades out of her. But let's take a look at Evoke, first of all. Now, this one, still a lot of excitement in the pre-market, and the news looked pretty good. Now, I will look at the news. I mean, I don't dwell on the news during the market hours, once the market is open. But in the pre-market, I will take a look at the news, especially on these bios, just to see why they're popping. You know, if it's a phase one or phase two, generally speaking, they probably will not keep going up. But this one, the news looked reasonable. I believe that, let's see, actually I'm wrong. It was CBay. CBay was the good news. CBay was actually the disappointment. Take a look at this one, and you'll notice, get the crosshairs activated here. Here's the pre-market action, and the news was that they had received a licensing agreement, and also with a $250 million potential payment in the future. So a lot of people will just look at the 250 and think, wow, a little company. But bottom line is, it really didn't do anything once the market opened. So, didn't really take a look at that one after the market opened. Evoc was a slightly different case. I can't remember what the news was, but it held. Here's the pre-market action. It held. Got into this one at $3.30, right up here. So right on this opening candle. Right up here, 330, and was fortunate enough to trade it out at 343, and then on the way down to 335, and it really has done nothing. Now it's basing quite well here, and so take a look at the daily chart. Probably see, look left, and there's a lot of room. So this one might be interesting to tomorrow. To see what happens, see if there's a second day continuation. But that's a pretty bad sell-off, off the highs right now. It's a pretty bad sell-off. So I have to see what happens with this one tomorrow. Now, Holly had one very nice trade for me, and this was the NVTA. And again, I looked left originally, and this is today's candle, and I saw a nice little void. So let's get to the 15-minute chart. And you will see that Holly had the trade. Let me just get that chart out of here. Wrong symbol. 901 was the alert. So, and the alert came at about 9:48. So about 12 minutes into the market, and 12 minutes, almost 20 minutes into the market. So, looked at this one. It had held 9. And so I decided to take the trade. Got into the trade at 9:19, right about here. Right about here. And you can see that this was a fairly gentle trade. We have some red bars here and all, but, and it's still hanging on here. I'm out of the trade now, but, I traded some out at 9:25, kind of on an initial pop just to make sure so I could hold on when it started to pull back. And then got out some at 9:53, not quite at the high. I think the high is about 9:60, 9:59, 9:60, 9:53, and 9:48. So this turned out to be a really nice percentage trade and relatively stress-free. And that's what you like to see. You don't want to see ones that are whipping up and down, kind of like this one. This is one that we were watching in the we were watching this one, and I remarked that okay, take a look at the daily chart. You can see why I was interested in it anyway. Now this had, I believe on this day here, this had some fraud allegations for it, so that's why this massive drop. And it has just been consolidating and consolidating, in this area here. But I put an alert up here at 11:62, thinking if it ever did break, not today, But if it ever did break out of this area, then you've got this big void to fill. So I had an alert also. Let me get to the 15-minute on a 9 break. So I did get an alert here at 9, and boy, I was really tempted, especially if you take a look at a 5-minute chart. You can see that it's even consolidated a little bit more. You see this whole area here, and then a break above 9, and I was a little bit excited. I was saying, okay, guys, let's take a look at this one. I was just waiting to see if it could hold 9, and then look what happened. News came out. I don't know if it's a reinforcement of the initial fraud allegations or these are new fraud allegations, but all of a sudden this happened. So that's why you have to be so careful. I was within, I would say, a minute or so of taking this trade. I wouldn't have got killed. I wouldn't have let it go all the way down here. I probably would have lost about a dime on it because, I really watch these things closely. Any trade I'm in, I'm watching closely. So I probably would have lost about a dime had I got into this. But that's why you can't, just get into a trade and then mosey off for a couple of hours because you never know when something like this might happen, especially in a stock that's already had some serious damage done to it. This should give you real pause. If you're going to get into something like this, you really have to be careful. So, anyway, that was something that we all saw, and hopefully nobody got too hurt on that one. Um, what else? Oh, Textron. Textron is another Holly trade. It's working modestly well. Textron is right here. Um, the entry was actually 49.74. Now I waited on a 50 break, and I got in at 50.10, and still in this trade. I took some out at around 50.20. On this, when it started to pull back here is when I started to take some out. I took some out at 50.24 and 25. Able to hold on though now because I did take some out, and it's nothing spectacular. It's 270 million shares in the float, so it will take a bit to move it. But so far, certainly from the original 49.74, that's excellent. But I did wait for the 50 break to get into it. The other one I'm in right now, another Holly trade, is OSG. It hasn't really done too much. Here's where Holly alerted at 417. I took the trade at 420. I'm in at 421. Kind of resisted the urge to trade some out up in this level here. But why it's interesting is you take a look at the daily. Now this is not a true void. I believe what's happened here. This was a spin-off. This is one of the shippers, but notice that it really didn't go wild with the rest of the shippers, and it's just kind of done its own thing. But this is not a true void. However, people look at this and they think, well, maybe it can start to fill this, even though it's not a true void. Again, because this is a spin-off, so that they spun a part of the company out. So this is why the drop in this. So the jury's still out for me whether or not I'm going to swing this one. I would like to see this get into the mid-30s and maybe take some off, and then I give myself a little more confidence in swinging it. But we'll have to see. Now I am in one. Oh, and the Textron, I think I'm just going to get out here. 1 second, please. Yeah, okay. I just exited the Textron at 50.34, so let's bring this up. Yeah, I just took it out here. I just don't see it having a big move, so I just tired of trying to manage it right now. So I'm out of that at 50.34. I am in this one. This may be a swing, BIOS, and I'm in at 153. So it's nothing since I got into this one. But why I'm in this is if you again take a look at the daily chart, and you can see this potential void action. So I had an alert set right here around 145 to take out this high right there. Did that today. Had a big day yesterday. And it's a bit of a continuation, of course, today. Looking, of course, at this level right there, 175. Maybe that'll stall it. But if it can get through here, then you just have to take a look at that void, and that's what we kind of salivate about, something like that. So I would love to see this get into the 160s today, so I could take some off, and that'll give me a little more bit more comfort level if I do want to swing this one. But right now, that's what I'm doing on this one. All right, I think that's it. I'm going to go back into the room. Today is FOMC. The minutes get read at 2 o'clock, so we might see a little bit of action at 2 o'clock. And let me just take a look at OSG. Okay, so we're still okay there. All right, so I'm gonna have to revamp this. I don't have my sales link, but if you, it'll be in the body of the YouTube email, so that you'll see how to click on if you want to take a subscription out to Trade Ideas. All right, well listen, I hope that we have our Omnovia problem solved by tomorrow, and we'll hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.